Hi, my name is Brady Wolfe. I am the RPO Delivery Manager at Brooksource. We are an IT staffing company, and we've been partnering with IMS for about the last 13 years. And I've actually been overseeing the IMS team for the last 10 years.
What were the initial inhibitions you had when you started working with us?
Yeah, I think naturally, our initial hesitations revolved just around communication and overall candidate quality. I mean, the thought of me sitting here in the US, but managing a team of recruiters across the world in India definitely caused a little anxiety and apprehension in the beginning. And I mean, understandably so, right? Because it's obviously nice to be able to physically be there in the same building with your team and collaborate and provide guidance in person. But I was pleasantly surprised to have those concerns ease very early on in the partnership, just due to IMS's constant open line of communication throughout the workday. Although we're, thousands of miles apart from one another and on completely different time zones, I've never once had an issue getting a hold of one of my recruiters or team leads in a moment's notice. And, as a result, I feel like that immediately established trust, and that's definitely vital to a successful partnership. But when it comes to like the candidate quality piece, we here at Brooksource pride ourselves on creating lasting relationships with each candidate or client we interact with, which can sometimes be a tall order, especially in the high volume and speed-driven staffing world that our IMS team lives in. But I mean, due to their excellent training and ability to understand and adapt to our internal culture and values, they do a great job of replicating our onshore recruiters and trying to always make it a priority to provide an unmatched candidate experience.
Can you share a memorable instance where our services made an impact in your business?
Yeah, I mean, where do I begin? The IMS team, they make an impact on our business as a whole every day. We like to think of them like as an offensive lineman in football. If we were to think about it metaphorically, while they don't always get all the glory and fame due to the nature of the business they're working on, that absolutely does not take away from the fact that they're a critical piece to our business, and we wouldn't be able to capitalize in other sectors of our business without them really just kind of laying that foundation and helping keep the lights on, if you will. So just the sheer number of candidate submittals they're able to produce for the high volume of jobs being called out to us each week, it allows us to hit our required SLAs and remain in good standing with our clients. The team's efforts on the front end of things are constantly opening doors for our sales team and just ultimately creating more opportunities and wins for us in the future.
What inspires you to continue this partnership?
It's got to be the people and just the overall trust I have on my team, right? I mean, we throw a lot at them in terms of constantly bringing on new clients, and with that comes new submittal processes that have to be implemented and learned. And I just think the team does an amazing job at adapting to new changes quickly, and they deliver every time. I'm proud to say I feel like I've developed a really good personal connection and rapport with each team member, and that's been huge to our success. We're all on the same page. And I found that the IMS leadership team cares deeply just about the team's overall performance. And they're always asking if there are any areas or ways that we can improve as a team, which I obviously appreciate. And it just seems like no matter how difficult the job or client we're working with, the team always comes with a solution. And I've never heard them once complain about it, all while doing so.
If you had the freedom to add a service in our offerings palette, what would you add?
It's a good question. I know you guys offer a variety of different services outside just your typical end-to-end recruiting. So, I mean, one service that we recently implemented over the last 2 years that's been super beneficial is the VMS coordinator role. So we now have 2 VMS coordinators on our team, and they've really been a game changer when it comes to just taking routine admin responsibilities off of my plate and overall just automating tasks. So this has not only allowed myself, but also our sales account executives to spend our time in other areas that are helping drive the business forward and just creating more opportunities for our team. So it's also significantly increased our speed to submit candidates into the VMS, which is obviously key in this industry. But I guess in terms of like adding a new service, I think we could probably benefit from either the markets mapping or research services I've been told that you guys provide. I know there are times when we're given requirements with just like unrealistic rates to work with. So it'd be nice to have someone in those instances that was dedicated to putting together market data or like research that we could then bring back to our client and use as leverage to find a common ground and just give us a better chance of moving a candidate forward in the process.
Generally, businesses are confident on decisions made by an onshore or nearshore team. Being an offshore team, how did you gain confidence on our recruiters and management to eliminate your business challenges?
Yeah, I think it really just comes down again to the trust that we've been able to establish with you guys over the years. And that did take some time. It didn't just happen overnight, right? And there's obviously been a few road bumps along the way, as there is with any partnership, onshore or off. But I think just seeing how much the team truly does care and their determination to see success day in and day out is really what gives me confidence. And of course, then being able to deliver and secure placements also doesn't hurt either, right? But they ask a lot of questions, and I love that because that shows they want to get it right the first time, and they're bought into learning and truly understanding our business the same way our onshore team does here. So at the end of the day, I don't want them to feel like outsiders just because they're offshore and not in the same office as me. I want them to feel like they're one of us and really embrace being part of the Brooksource team. So we do these multiple video calls each week, and I thoroughly enjoy those just because it allows me to get to know the recruiters on a more personal level and help, get to celebrate their wins with them face to face, even if it is virtually. It's just cool to see the excitement on their faces and the joy when we do get those wins. But honestly, it's also just been really cool and awesome to learn more about the Indian culture as a whole. It's been just like kind of eye-opening to see different perspectives on the other side of the world. So I do really just value the face-to-face we have, even if it is over a video.
What factors influenced you to retain seats with IMS People Possible during COVID-19?
Yeah, so we actually had a huge urgent project come up during the pandemic for one of our clients' contact tracing programs. So we needed a bulk amount of candidates placed in a very short turnaround time. So we made the decision to add an additional 10, I believe it was 10 recruiters to help out with that project. So IMS was able to provide all those resources to us, get them up to speed very quickly. I think it was less than a week's time frame. And yeah, I'm proud to say they were able to generate over 100 placements for that particular project when it was all said and done. So once that project was over, we felt as if we had enough volume elsewhere with some of our other accounts that we could utilize the team there. And so, they really just proved themselves, and we saw it as an opportunity to grow the team and expand our bandwidth so that we could pick up additional accounts and ultimately increase our ROI and just help support more of our Brooksource offices across the country as a whole. So I think that period of time was really a time where we got to see IMS's capabilities and really just help strengthen our partnership as a whole. So we want to continue growing the team as the years go on, but that was a huge step for us during that time.